are from basketball players, so we could go ahead and sports our way on out of here. Anthony Edwards. Anthony motherfucking Edwards. Anthony Edwards, the guy who did not want to raise that girl's children. Anthony Edwards went ahead and paid the lump sum, y'all. In paternity court, Anthony Edwards has made it known that he has no desires to be in the baby's life of who's the girl's name? I don't know what the girl's name. It don't matter what her name is. This man got a bunch of babies. And I guess that's just the thing. When you got money, you could just go out there and you're young, free skeet. I wouldn't really recommend it, but it is what it is. 23-year-old Anthony Edwards has 3 active paternity cases. Judge told judge he wants nothing to do with the kids, and the women are moving states to extort him. He'll only acknowledge the baby he had with Lil Baby's BM, 4 kids and 2 years from the Ant-Man. So yeah, I mean, the women keep volunteering and falling for the bullshit. Like, these are the type of men that these women like, and this is the type of bullshit that they go for. So it's frustrating, it's sad, and it's disgusting even. But this is what they want. And he told the woman that he think that she should have an abortion. Like he was not interested in raising a kid and having a kid with that woman. He told her up front. She went ahead and had the baby anyway. Actually, she extorted him for $100,000 for the abortion. Decided not to have the abortion, kept the money, and kept the baby. So he then, in his own right, said, "Hey, I didn't want that baby. I'm not going to be here for you if you raise that baby." And tough cookies. So she took him to court. He had to pay child support and a big lump sum. And Buddy just was like, "Hey, let me know what I got to do." And the judge said, "Hey, you could pay $1,080,000 in child support all at once to cover the whole 18 years worth of payments at about $5,000. I think about $5,000 a month. You can go ahead and pay all of it right now, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? You out of here." My boy said, "Hey." No, I pressed the wrong button. My boy said, "Cut the check. I'm out of here. Leave me alone, lady." And so, many people are calling him a monster. They're calling him irresponsible. They're calling him, all of everything up under the sun. But there also some folks are kind of upset with this lady right here who has a very nice set. That's interesting. All right, so so a lot of folks are not too happy and not too proud of the young lady in question, because she is a clown as well. Because she's 38 years old for one, and Anthony Edwards is 23. She decided to have a baby with him, even though he did not want to have the baby, and he asked her to have an abortion. She knew exactly what she was doing, and at 38 years old, she just got $1 million. So hey, don't come back asking for shit. And she has a response to all the people that has anything to say about her.
That there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men.
Yeah, but that's
which is also not my fault.
That's not why. That's not why.
And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. You guys, it's no beating those allegations at all. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check.
And you did, and you shouldn't be reading the comments. So, what the French? Like, why are you even reading the comments? Why are you in denial? Why don't you just say, hey, I got paid. Own up to it. And because this just makes me terrified, for one, of unless you got millions of dollars to blow, like, you know, pretty girls are just, they just toxic as fuck. Good thing is a lot of them.
What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you?
Or you just don't want to get a goddamn job, so you decided to have another damn baby.
Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check.
That's kind of what happened. But hey, you look good, you know. Run for the hills, man. When you come across a beautiful woman and she got a couple of kids already, you know, run for the hills. That's all I can say. If you come across one that don't have no kids, then, you know, hold her tight. But we doomed out here as a society. This is just nasty. This is just appalling. But entertaining nevertheless. I don't have any thoughts and prayers for this woman. She got paid. I just wish that she just had the gall to just be like, hey, it worked. You know what I'm saying? Mission accomplished. You know, keep it real with yourself and others. Please, ma'am.